Hey, welcome to the second part of Bibliometric Analysis, a quantitative method of academic literature. And this video we're going to be looking at the practical aspect of bibliometric analysis. Please just sit back and enjoy this lecture, right? So I'm going to run you through 5 steps to successfully carry out bibliometric analysis. And I'm going to take you from the first step to the second step to the third, the fourth, and to the fifth. So let's do it one by one. The first step is to extract data from reliable sources. So, and you know, in the first part we've already mentioned reliable sources like Scopus, Web of Science, PubMed, Dimension, and all that. But I only have access to Scopus. This is the Scopus interface that I have. So once you have access to it, or your institution has subscribed to it, you can always have this. So, and the most important part we are looking at is search, right? Because that's where we want to extract the bibliographic data from. So you can always search within keynote, articles, abstract, and all that. And remember that our topic from the first part is sustainability, and sustainability you can divide it to Millennium Development Goals and Sustainable Development Goals, or anything that you are just having interest or you have fun to just search. So in that case, remember that I have Sustainable Development Goals here. This is a compound word. I have to quote it so that they are going to see it as as just one word, not a different word, because if I type it like this, it's going to take it one by one. So let's just start with Millennium Goals. We have Millennium Development Goals. So you just come to search and search within article title, abstract, and keywords, and just search. So that's what I was saying, that they are going to see it as a separate word. So I want them to see it as just a compound word, right? So in that case, I need to quote it. We have up to 6,915 document. You can filter it. Let's say that you just want to look at it from 2000. You know, Millennium Goals started in 2000 and it ended in 2015 when Sustainable Development Goals started. So you can just come here and just filter it that you just want to. You even started, the first publication is from 2002. Wow. So if you filter it to 2015, you just have 5,005 document found. The next thing is now for us to export this data. So we come to, you tick all, and we're going to come to export. So you can export as CSV, you can export as RIS, you can export as BTeX and plain text also. So what we need is CSV. That's what we want to use, and we are going to click on it, and you can always pick anything that is of interest to you. So let's pick bibliographic information also. So you export. Already have it successfully exported, so you just go to your file that is being downloaded, and I have it as Scopus. And the next thing that we have to do is to now convert this to zip file. Let's now look at the second step. So the second step is open RStudio, load bibliometric library, and run Biblioshny. So I already said it in first part that you don't have to have R running on your system. We are just going to use browser for the starters, but for those that already have it, you can just open your RStudio on your system and let's run with it. So I'll go to my browser, and we have this. So what you just have to type is posit.cloud, and you enter and you have this interface, right? If you are a new user, you are just going to go to get started, and you are going to put in all the necessary information. But if you already have an account with them, you just come to already a user like mine. I already have an account with them, and you have it this way. But even if you don't have an account with them, I think you can still log in with your Gmail. Just click on your Gmail and you are good to go. So let me just enter my email that I have with them, enter my password. We have this interface, and what is very important is that you go to new project. So in this new project, you are going to see new RStudio project. So you just click on new RStudio project, and it's going to bring something like this for us. So while it's still loading, you can actually change it to maybe below any name you want to change it to. Good. This is our RStudio interface. For people that are new to it, this is your RStudio interface. But what important thing that we need is where to run our code, and this is how to run the code, so you don't have to have any prior knowledge. So the code that we're going to be running is this. In the description section, I'm going to drop a link that you can always just copy this code, and you too, you can run with it. So you just highlight everything and you come to run. So you just run it and just start it. So let's wait for it. So this is our Biblioshny interface, and we now use this Biblioshny interface for the next stage. So let's look at the next stage, which is stage 3. And stage 3 now says upload data set and convert it to R data frame. That's what we are going to do now. So the first thing is to come to our Biblioshny interface, and you come to data, and we load our data, and we are going to have this interface import or load, and you are going to import raw file, and we have the database. So we are not using Web of Science, we are using Scopus. We pick Scopus, and we come to our browser, and you pick the zip file that you've converted. So you pick it up and it will load. So upload complete. We just click on start. So we have this result, and we can see that it's only 2 things that we are having issues with, but there is no cause for alarm. Just close it, and let's check the overview of the data that we imported. We have the overview. This time span, you already know, is from 2002 to 2015. Sources 2053, and all that is going to have all this information. If you need this information in your publication, you can just click on this plus. So it's going to save it somewhere. You just have this information. So let's look at what is our next step. That's step 4. And step 4 says data analysis. So we are going to be looking at our descriptive analysis and our network analysis. You can always play with anything that you see that is very important to you, and go to annual scientific production per year. So you can see that it's growing to 2015, but it seems as if it's dropping, because you can interpret that we have sustainable development goals in place by that time. So you can come to average citation per year. These are the diagram. Remember that all this diagram, you can just click on add. It's going to add it into your report. You are going to see it at the end of the day. All these ones too, if you need it, you can add it to your report. Just try to explore all these options that we have. You can look at the sources, relevant sources. Just click on play. You are going to see relevant sources, international journal, blah blah blah, all those things. Anyone that you just feel like you want to use, an author you want to look at, okay, most relevant author, click on play, and you have the names with the publication that they had, 38, 32, and all that downwards. You can come to affiliation too, click on play, and you're going to have this affiliation, World Health Organization, all that. And you can come to country, whereby you say the corresponding author countries. So there's it. You have US, you have United Kingdom, and if you want to add it to your report, you can just add it to the report. Just click on plus sign, and if you want to explore all these things, the country, production per time, and all that. You want to check the document that is the most global cited document, you can just click on this, and you have the result. So if you need it in your report that you want to give, you just click on this, and you're going to add it. And the most, you can come to the most frequent words. You can click on play. You have human, you have female, and all that. You can come to word cloud, and you have this beautiful diagram. So if you need this beautiful diagram, just click on plus sign. And I want to look at the network analysis, you can always come to co-citation network. You click on this, it's the result. See how beautiful it is. If you want it in your report, you just click on plus and it's going to be added. Look at other network analysis, which you can always for your own personal using your publication and all of that. And after you've added everything to the report, and you just click on export report, and you have everything that you've clicked already. So the next step is now to visualize. So after you export the report, you can always just open the file that you downloaded, and you can now start writing, which is now the last step, visualization of result. And for your information, like I said earlier on, we have a number of publications on bibliometric analysis. Like I said earlier on, I'm going to be sharing some papers with you that is going to guide your paper writing on bibliometric analysis, and I believe that you are going to enjoy those papers. So on your own, just explore as much as paper on bibliometric analysis, and you are going to enjoy it. And it's very easy. Just play with the RStudio environment. If you have it on your system, good. If you don't have it, use your browser, or you can actually check out for videos on RStudio. So thank you so much for your attention so far. I really appreciate your time, and it's a goodbye from here. Do not forget to subscribe to this channel. Do not forget to share. Do not forget to like, and do not forget to